Hello and welcome to the COVID-19 pandemic. Yes. I am hunkered down here in the bunker. My work is qualified technically to remain open based off of some of the services that we offer and who we offer them to. But we have implemented some measures. First, I moved my desk at work over so I wasn't next to a coworker. And then we, implemented whenever anybody, delivery people or something were coming in, we'd always wipe down, handle, doorknobs and such, and lots of hand washing, etc. The standard things people were doing. But now as we are in Ontario, and Ontario has really locked down things, allowing only essential services to remain open, we could continue the way we were, but it's become essentially what we've done is limit it to one employee per, well, not limited to, but essentially there would be one employee per floor. We have 2 floors. In general, sometimes there will be 2 employees depending on the circumstances. But people are only coming in, if they're going into the office at all, certain days or staggered days or stuff like that, simply to there will be people there during all regular hours at least to receive packages and ship packages, and stuff like that, to answer phones if necessary, though for the most part we have we'll just take voicemail, and our voicemail essentially says send us an email, and so we can answer your emails. But I'm here in the bunker. I managed to procure an additional computer from work, which allows me to essentially tunnel into my computer at work so I can do some work from home, which is what I've been doing today. Tomorrow I will be going into work, partially because of some of the stuff I need to do. I need to be at work to do it. And the other partially because yesterday when I came home, I forgot all the stuff I was going to work on today, which I need. I need the paperwork to be able to do the work. And that's at work. So tomorrow I will be going in for a portion of the day, not the full day. A, to get some stuff done that can only be done there, and B, to obviously get the stuff that I need to do the stuff at home. Essentially I've got 2 computers running here. I'm loving this. I got double screens so I can work on the stuff that's on my computer via computer over here, and my personal computer's over here, so I'm able to get a little bit faster, because I will say that connecting to a computer on the other side, and essentially I'm running the power from this computer through the internet, through another, over the internet to a router, through a switch to the computer, and that's on. So I mean, for what I'm doing, there's no real lag, but you can understand it's not as the same. I mean, just in terms of resolution, it's set up for the monitor that's at work, and of course I'm using, essentially these are television screens that I use for television screens nowadays are essentially computer monitors of old. These are, I think they're LCDs screens. So whereas I have my home computer set up for resolution on this, obviously the resolution on the screen at work is not the same resolution that I'm using here. And even when I switch it around, I've essentially blown it up so I get, it's still fuzzy, but it's I can read it. But at the same time, I don't have the big space that I normally have on my screen. I could run like 4 multiple windows at the same time and have, little problem. Maybe a little move here and there just to see what I'm looking at, but for the most part, it's all good. I can get 1.5 with what I'm working here right now. So there is a slight, change in terms of workflow, but yeah, essentially I'm hunkered down here for most of the day. So work goes on, but you know, I know you're probably thinking, why are you not uploading more videos? Like, I know you have them there. You keep saying you have lots of videos, and we're expected to see 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 videos a day, because you're obviously, you know, sequestered in the base. Well, no, technically I was at work. It was, you know, business as usual for us. And now, even though, you know, I am home down in the bunker, I am working. So, yeah. As much as I would love to just be posting videos for your enjoyment, they will still go out. As you have seen, they continue to go out, but they may go out more frequently now that I am home and I do have access to this computer. I can run something in the background while I am working on things. But that being said, yeah, who knows? Who knows? We may end up having to shut down completely, and such. Who knows? I don't think we're going to get to that point in Canada. For all of you out there in other parts of the world, you know what? Do your due diligence. Take this seriously, and hunker down. Hunker down. If you do not need to work, take the time off, or, you know, hopefully your company is shutting down. Maybe you're on a salary and you can do that. Maybe you can work from home like I am here. Hopefully you can do that, and the more people who just do that, the better off you are. I know in places like the US, it is sketchy at best, because it doesn't seem like the help is necessarily coming from the institutions the way they should. Here in Canada, the banks, etc., most of them in general have either allowed you to take out more loans, or you know, push back your payments, you know, for a period of month, 3 months, 6 months, whatever necessary. Yes, you will still accrue the interest and stuff like that, but you don't have to make those regular payments, because we realize that most people don't have any don't have that regular income coming in. The people who are most yeah, you know what? Yes, airlines, certain companies they're gonna feel it. They're going to feel it, but you know what? They're also the kind of companies where, you know what, the banks and the way of leveraging things and stuff like that, it'll all work itself out in the end without huge government bailouts. Okay, take care of the employees. The rest will follow suit when all of this is over. That's the main thing. People need money to be able to buy the essentials like groceries and medicines, gas, and stuff like that, to be able to, you know, tough this out. If that shuts down, well, you know what? The last thing you want them all having to do is to go and, you know, all convene to one location where likely spread the virus, and things will get worse. Be that because they have to go to a, you know, soup kitchen, or a you know, food distribution hub for the poor, or and needy, or something like that, or some kind of other government or community run thing, perhaps a church you have that gives money, you know, money, food, the essentials to people in need, whatever, you know, social things that are there for those people who on a regular basis don't have, you know, the necessary things to survive. You know what? If you don't pay your employees, that just grows. And the one thing you need is people to not go that route. Trust me. All you people at the top, the guys who have all the money, you can afford to lose some. Don't worry about the markets. The markets will come back. We all know you have cash. We all know you have assets. Use those things to help support your workers, your, you know, fellow human beings out there. Get the money to where it needs to be it the, you know, your hospitals, you know, your doctors and nurses, your doctor's offices, the places where things are going to get treated, make sure they have what they need. You know, I get it. I see people scrambling, and people literally, they're still going to restaurants and things, and I don't think Canada's response to this has been perfect. I think I think the world in general really dropped the ball on this one. But at the same time, there are still countries who are dropping the ball. And I don't understand why. No, you know, there are countries that aren't taking this seriously, and they should. And honestly, I think they should worry more about the lawsuits that will come if they don't do anything than the lawsuits that may arise if they do something and they do it improperly, or somebody dies as a result of that. Because the fact of the matter is, people will die if you don't do anything. And yeah, I'm kind of talking to a country south of us in particular. I do know that there are other countries out there who, they're playing the numbers game. They are literally playing the numbers game, and they are looking at it. And we did it here in Canada as well. But the fact of the matter is once the virus hits your landmass, it's going to spread. And the only way to keep it from spreading is to implement measures, and implement the hard measures right off the bat. It's just the way. I mean, China managed to, they locked down cities, locked them down in order to stop this virus from getting out. And they've been going at it pretty well now. I mean, news coming out of China says that, you know, they haven't had any new cases. I don't know if that's entirely correct. I don't know if places outside of those areas are even getting to, I don't know what the travel is. Do people from regions in China outside of those who are, you know, well off, is there a lot of travel? I don't know. I don't know the whole Chinese landscape in particular, but I do know that in places like here in Canada and the US, it's very common for us to drive essentially the distance across, that would be considered the Europe, across Europe, just to visit family or go on a vacation or just for business alone. So yeah, I mean, shipping of goods and stuff like that, right? They got to come from some port and move their way around the country. So that's how this kind of stuff spreads. Now, you could lock all that stuff down. I don't think you need to go that far. If this was a deadly zombie virus, then maybe, yes. But we're not talking about a virus where people come alive and start eating people and spreading the virus that way. Okay, if it was, we were screwed a long time ago. But let's be honest. Let's be honest. If that was the case, we were screwed a long time ago. But yeah, I just want to let you know that everything's okay in our household. I'm down here in the bunker, and yeah, things carry on. So all I can say is take this thing seriously. Continue washing your hands. If you need to go out, go out. Keep your distance. Wash your hands frequently when you get back. Disinfect, handles and doorknobs, and things that are touched regularly by everybody. But yeah, it's what we got to do right now. It's what we got to do right now until they manage to eventually get, some kind of treatment, some kind of cure, some kind of something out there to fight this thing. it's what you got to do your part. So comment down below, let me know how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you, and hopefully you're staying safe and healthy, and yeah, taking things seriously. Again, all the best to you. Yeah, I mean, YouTube. Have you watched the YouTube channels lately? They're all like, what to do when you're at home videos. It's hilarious. Every channel I go to, it's a woodworking thing where he's like building something, and he's like, well, this is something to woodwork while you're at home. Games to play with your kids while you're at home. All sorts of it's hilarious. But anyways, I digress. Thanks for watching. Until next video, take care. Have a good one.